The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tokutier.
Yes.
Where no one shall be crying today, because we're going to rank some of my favorite things, and those are Godzilla and his mini band of monsters.
Yes.
I'm very excited for this one.
Also Ultraman. He's on this list.
That's not Ultraman.
It looks like Ultraman.
I know it looks like Ultraman, but it's not him. That's Multraman. It's the dollar store version. But to those who have been suggesting Godzilla content, thank you. It's just trying to matter of figure out what it is that I want to do for it, because this is mostly a me thing. Matt certainly not so much. Marcus a little more so. But here we are. And let's get started with the one that started it all. Godzilla himself, which of course is going in S.
Depending on which Godzilla.
I'm just kind of lumping them all together. As
Even the 1999 one?
he's on this list.
Oh.
He's right there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's elsewhere because he's technically a different monster now.
Yeah, it is.
Because Toho bought him and rebranded him.
They said, no.
But you know, you have the one that started it all, where he was the metaphor for the atomic bomb, and then you get more into the Showa era, where he became more of a savior and more of a silly protector, depending on what they were going for. And then we get into the Heisei era, where he becomes more destructive. We get Burning Godzilla. A lot of good stuff with him.
Space Godzilla.
Space Godzilla's on this list. I look forward to getting to him.
It's Godzilla, but space.
Oh, heck yeah. It's Godzilla's DNA mutated with space crystals, and you get Space Godzilla.
It came from Space Australia.
Better than Space Mexico.
It's true.
And then even movies that I don't like the Planet of Monsters.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, those movies are terrible, but that version of Godzilla is pretty darn awesome. Where he's just that big and that powerful. Shin Godzilla is such a unique and horrifying take on him that I like a lot. But he's the one that started it all, and he still endures to this day. And I love him, and for that, he gets an S. Coming up next, Anguirus. Yeah, he's okay, I guess. He's one of the earlier ones. He hasn't really changed much since then. He's got kind of an annoying voice, for lack of a better word. His roar is just kind of like a whiny, annoying noise that I don't like. That's it. That's pretty much it. His design is okay. He kind of reminds me of Armadon from Primal Rage.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone remembers that, please let me know in the comments if you do.
He sounds like a low battery. Alright, where are you going to put him?
I'm going to put him in C.
Okay.
He's not the best, but there are worse. Rodan.
Rodan has the privilege of being sort of iconic.
He
Not
is
as
iconic.
iconic as some of the other ones, but he's up there.
Well, when you're talking about Godzilla monsters, it's Godzilla, it's Rodan, it's Mothra, it's Ghidorah. Those
I kept wanting to say Gamera, and I'm just like, different series.
Different series. Very different series. And Rodan, he's essentially, when it comes to his design, he's really just kind of a giant dinosaur. He's a big pterodactyl.
Yeah,
but he's a cool big pterodactyl.
pterodactyl.
As much as I didn't like the most recent Godzilla movie, I thought some of the set pieces with him were really, really good. I thought they used him very well.
Still haven't seen it. Not missing much, man. I'm missing fights.
I will say this. Watch it and judge for yourself.
Okay.
Would I personally recommend it? Probably not, but watch it and judge for yourself if you're a Godzilla fan. It's worth checking out, at least, I think. And Rodan, he's iconic. He's got a cool design.
But
some really good set pieces, some good movies. But he's not as good as Godzilla. But I still really, really like him. I'm going to put him in S.
Okay.
Because he's great. Okay, now we're getting into Varun. I'm going to be honest, a lot of these things I don't remember because a lot of them weren't in a lot of movies.
Put it in D and keep going?
No. Because Varun's got some things going for him. He's got an interesting enough design. He's got the ability to leap like a flying squirrel.
Oh.
Which for a giant monster, that's something that's kind of cool. He's very much a Showa era monster.
Yeah, because I've never heard of him.
Oh, a lot of people haven't.
There's probably a reason for that.
There is a reason for that. But he's got an interesting enough design, and the mechanics and the unique ways that they're able to use him are interesting enough. He's going to go and see.
Okay. Let's do it. Can I do this one? It's Mothra.
I know it's Mothra.
Can I do it?
You may begin, yes. Yeah, that's where I was.
It's Mothra. We love Mothra.
Mothra was going to go in S. There's no way she wasn't going in S. Mothra has forever been a force of good.
Yeah.
In the Toku world. Mothra's never the bad guy. Even in King of the Monsters, she's still the good guy. Yeah. And the fan art that came out of her just being cute and adorable was one of the best things to come out of that movie. I love Mothra's design. It's so bright and colorful. I love the blue eyes. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I was definitely more in the reptile camp of things. I definitely thought they were the cooler animals. And Mothra was like, oh, insects can be cool too. You just have to be Mothra.
Yeah, sure. Mothra is the qualification.
Mothra's got a lot of personality. And she's great. And she's always there to help. And she has those two little alien sidekicks who are always there to sing. They homage that in King of the Monsters.
Sing a song.
That's not how it goes.
Might as well.
But Mothra's great. She going in S.
I'm looking at the next one. Is that King Kong?
That's King Kong.
We had to put him in S.
Of course we do.
He has to go there. I was just very confused because he looked cheap.
That's because that's the Toho version. This is not the Harryhausen version. This is not Skull Island. This is not even the one with Jeff Bridges, but it's still King Kong. King Kong
comes up this year.
Or
next year.
It was going to come out, I think, in March, but they pushed it back.
Probably to like July or August.
No, I think it got pushed back to later than that.
Oof.
I'm going to double check this now because I want to be sure. Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, it got pushed back to November.
Well,
so it
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it is the Thanksgiving season, but it was going to come out, I think, next month.
Yeah, I remember.
Was the original date, but
we love Kong.
We do love Kong. Kong, ever since the 1933 original, has always fascinated me, and I've always thought he was such a cool monster. It's a very simple design. It's just a giant gorilla, big ape, but he's a really cool ape.
He's a literal great ape.
He is. Not a grape ape, but a great ape.
Yes.
This next one, Ghidorah / King Ghidorah, is going in S. Because
we stand. We stand forever.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because
what does that mean?
Eminem. That's it.
Oh, like the song stand? Okay.
That's where I got popular.
Okay, I see the connection now, but that song was like 1,000 years ago. Oh, I'll just show you what I know. But I do see the connection. But Ghidorah, King Ghidorah is great. It's such a cool design. Gold three-headed dragon.
Iconic as AF.
Iconic. It's intimidating. It's cool. It's powerful. Even in the most recent movie, they did him right. He was pretty awesome. The movie was not, but he was. But Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is one of my favorite Godzilla movies, so really done well there. And ever since then, I've loved this one. So he's an S. Barragan. Barragan is a underground reptile mammal thing. There's nothing particularly remarkable about him. His design is okay.
Underground reptile thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he is. He doesn't really do much throughout the movies. This is his Millennium design right here, and that was the last time we ever saw him, and I don't know that we ever will again.
Maybe he'll show up in Ultraman property at some point, as they tend to do.
Maybe he will. But he's going in D.
Like, who are you?
He's not that great. There is no F category for this video, because I don't think any of these are F category. They're just... some are better than others.
Hey, look! Lunch!
Ebirah.
Ebby.
It's a giant lobster.
Yeah.
It's a giant lobster / shrimp crustacean monster thing. And that's really all there is to him.
All right.
That's really all there is to him. But hey, crustaceans
are tasty.
They are tasty. You need a heck of a lot of butter to eat this thing.
Sure. Unless you're allergic to shellfish. Stay away. That's how we killed everybody.
Very true. Because, I'm
surprised you didn't put him in D.
I didn't, because the lobsters and shellfish themselves are interesting to look at in nature, I think. Some of them can look cool with the bright colors and everything. And there's just something charming about Godzilla fighting a giant lobster.
Yes, he then cooked it.
Gorosaurus.
I thought this was a giant naked mole rat.
It's a derpy T-Rex. It's a big derpy T-Rex.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Okay.
Gorosaurus, he's originally from one of Toho's King Kong movies. Some of these are from other Toho films that were later moved into Godzilla properties.
I just love how much there is just shared between King Kong, Godzilla, and Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those three. They just kept sharing monsters.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Gorosaurus, it's a big dinosaur, and I love dinosaurs, but not this one.
I couldn't even tell what it was.
It's not the greatest picture either, but Gorosaurus, he's going in D. Okay.
Is that a giant ant?
That is a giant praying mantis. That's Kamacuras.
Kama.
And it's a giant praying mantis. There's not much else to be said about him other than he's a giant praying mantis.
That's hilarious and sad.
So he's going in D. Doesn't really stand out much that. Okay, now we have... I wrote his name down too. Kumanga. Again, some of these, who cares? And this is one of them. It's a big spider.
Yeah, my fear is taking over.
It's just a big friggin' spider. And nothing beyond that. Manda. Manda is a dragon. Dragons are cool. I like how he's inspired by an Eastern dragon, long body, serpentine.
Long.
And that's an inherently attractive design, I think. Not used the greatest to my memory, but he's okay. I like the design. I like dragons a lot. Manda is going in B.
I thought this was Gadzuki.
No, Gadzuki was what would have been a cartoon.
I know.
And Gadzuki. But Minya.
Because he's mini?
Pretty much. Minya is kind of dumb.
He looks dumb.
He kind of has a dumb design.
It makes me sad.
He is the son of Godzilla.
Oh, God. So he is Gadzuki. He's Gadzuki. All right.
Well, Gadzuki could fly. This guy could not. He could blow smoke rings. Radioactive smoke rings. And the movie he was in was okay.
It was probably just them trying to appeal to children.
Yeah, pretty much. Gabra, you're also going in D. You don't have a good design. You look half finished, and you're lame.
He does look very cheap.
But now we're getting back to a good one. Ghidorah, the smog monster. He's got multiple forms. He's got
I remember this one.
The big trash one. He can also fly. This is the monster that turned into a flying saucer, and then Godzilla used his radioactive breath to fly after him. If you've seen that clip, I would recommend that movie as well. Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, aka the Smog Monster.
What the fuck of it?
It's a good movie, though. it's a good show. A Godzilla movie. This is another he's a pollution monster. And they represent him as this giant. He's just giant toxic sludge incarnate with big red eyes.
Oh no,
he's icky. It's a good movie. Point. Yeah, pretty much. But it's a good design. It's a good movie.
It's just coming from us just reviewing Max and what I had to say.
I see. But funnily enough, I felt like it was not as bad in this.
I think it's probably because of the fact that the media was shorter.
Gigan's great. He's a big dragon cyborg monster from space. Who can shoot a laser out of his eye, and he has giant hooks for hands.
Always from space.
He's so crazy, weird looking, and I like it a lot. This is the kind of craziness that I'd like to see Godzilla fight. And he's going an A.
Okay. Next,
Guy gets pretty.
Ultraman.
Jet Jaguar, aka the dollar store version of Ultraman, is going in D. His head looks so dumb.
It does look really
He's got like a weird it looks
fin.
Not the fin, it looks like his skin is being pulled back.
Gross.
On his face.
He had all of the plastic surgery.
Like all of the plastic surgery, and he just never recovered.
This is Ultraman going through his midlife crisis. It's about 75 million years in.
Yeah. Jet Jaguar just... Yeah. But something from the same movie, Megalon. His big beetle with drills for hands. And uses electricity.
It's like those ones...
It's just a cool looking design. I like seeing Godzilla fight this thing.
It's like those monsters from Kamen Rider V3 where it's just a thing and an animal. Drill Beetle.
Drill Beetle. King Caesar.
I know the name.
Oh, everyone does. But few know the monster. One of the heroic monsters on this list, as in strictly heroic, as in he was like enshrined and can be resurrected via song should our hour of terror ever come.
That's how so many of you... I just know how there is always a random song, no matter what you do.
Don't watch the dub version. It's bad and it's horribly mixed. But King Caesar is a pretty good monster. Cool design, lion statue sort of thing going on. Good stuff. Next we have Mechagodzilla. Now I'm going to take all the Mechagodzillas on this list. I'm going to just rank them in the same category.
Because we stand Mechagodzilla in this house. We love Mechagodzilla.
I'm putting Mechagodzilla in A.
Okay.
Because he's had his hits. He's had his misses. He's had his misses, but we look at the original one. He's great. Mechagodzilla 2. He's alright. He has his moments. And then we have Kiryu. And Kiryu's great. But all in all, he had a great showing in Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, he
as well. But Mechagodzilla, giant robots, it's Godzilla. I think the designs I think are hit and miss. They're not the greatest. I think Kiryu is my favorite one because he's a little sleeker.
I think I like the second one.
Mechagodzilla 2.
Yeah,
it's alright. They're a little too bulky.
Yeah,
and I've never been a huge fan of how the face looked. But Mechagodzilla was great. Titanosaurus, aka kind of an Ultraman monster, maybe.
Aren't they all?
So Titanosaurus, he picked up Godzilla with his mouth and threw him.
Well,
so that's something.
Makes him an MVP.
Not really.
You try to step in my hood,
but he's going. He's going and see. It's not like Gorosaurus where he's just a derpy T-Rex. There's a little more to him than just being a dinosaur. It's an okay design. Okay fight with Godzilla. He's going to see. Biollante.
Oh, yeah.
Biolante's great. Biollante has a great design. Biollante has a good story. And the way it's basically Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, except in a Godzilla movie. Minus all the singing.
Oh.
Yeah, a little sad.
One time it would have been acceptable.
It would have been acceptable. Mean Green Mother from Outer Space. Mecha King Ghidorah is going in A.
Okay.
Mecha King Ghidorah is good.
What?
Nowhere near as good as his organic counterpart.
They usually are.
I like that the middle head is the mechanized one. That's kind of cool because Godzilla blows it off. But I was never a huge fan of the brown wings.
Those are always your choice. Going with bronze instead of
the fact that it's all silver, but then you have the wings that are bronze. I wish it were more uniform, but it's still okay. Still pretty good. Batra, aka Evil Mothra.
I'm about to say I really didn't like Mothra.
Baby Godzilla from the Heisei series.
The other Gadzuki.
No. This thing is freaking adorable. I would buy a plushie of this and give it to my niece. It's adorable. It's got those big red eyes. It's all chubby and cute. I want to squeeze it. It's so cute, and I love it. Do you disagree?
I just don't care about it.
It's better than Godzuki.
Oh, nothing's better than Katsuki.
Everything is better than Godzuki.
What's next?
Mothra, a.k.a. not Godzilla. Or not Mechagodzilla, I should say. I hate this design. It's
weird.
It's a combiner mech.
Of course it is. Transformers.
It's a combiner mech. You get the middle, the legs, the torso, and the head. It just looks dumb. I've never liked how Mothra looks.
Especially because those monsters over here being thick, 2 C's. Look at those thighs.
Yeah, thick thighs save lives.
They do. All right. What's next?
Space Godzilla. Who's going in S? Because I freaking love this design. And it's Godzilla, but space.
It's Godzilla, but this time
it's just such a good design.
I'm gonna do this.
Destoroyah is also going in S. It's such a unique aspect. He's unique among Godzilla monsters where he is a big monster created of thousands and millions and trillions of little ones.
Gross.
His power of being able to destroy oxygen tying into what Godzilla was killed by in the very first movie. The Oxygen Destroyer. Just this big, evil, giant dragon monster thing made up of a billion little crabs. It's cool. Zilla. I don't hate... No. I don't hate this design. The movie's terrible.
It's god-awful.
The movie's god-awful, but I still kind of enjoy it. But, I don't hate Zilla's design. I get what they were going for. He's mutated from an iguana instead of a dinosaur. So I'm willing to give that a pass. But even then, I want to ask you a little bit of a side topic. Did you ever see Stan Winston's original design for Godzilla for this movie? It looked pretty good.
Unfortunately,
it looked a little more like Legendary Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
It looked a little closer to that, like a prototype version of Legendary Godzilla.
Unfortunately, we got this.
I still don't hate it. I don't mind Zilla that much.
Go ahead. This is more your list.
He's going in C. He's not the worst. He's better than He's better than Gabra. He's better than Mothra. And he's better than this stupid thing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Orga.
The Kamen Rider.
No.
Damn.
The big monster that tried to eat Godzilla. From Godzilla 2000. He was a spaceship, and then he turned into this thing. By taking Godzilla's DNA, he adapted to our atmosphere, turned into a big old monster, tried to eat Godzilla, and then Godzilla said nope, and blew him up. I like his design a lot. Good movie, good monster. Going today. Mechagodzilla.
I saw this and I thought of that thing from the Kamen Rider Zedo movie. The freaking spider lady. The one that terrified me.
Well, she's a dragonfly.
Oh, okay.
This one's a dragonfly.
Close enough.
And as far as evil dragonfly monsters go, not bad.
So specific. As far as the one out of the 2 that we've ever gotten.
And then finally, Monster X from Final Wars. Yeah, it's okay.
It exists.
It exists. So does Final Wars. I like Final Wars. He's going to B.
Okay.
And that's it.
Look at this list.
There it is.
All right.
Not much else to be said. But please do let me know in the comments below what your favorite and least favorites are. Do you agree? Do you disagree with my ranking? How do you feel? Would you have an F category? I'd be curious to know.
Would fake Ultraman go there? Probably. Ultraman.
Ultraman.
He falters.
Yeah. Certainly did.
But yeah.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Sure to follow us on all the things. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.